Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was thinking.
Alrighty, thank you for all coming again tonight. Hey, there's old, what's his name? I'll hold up.
Hold on, watch it good.
Hold up on this.
Come around the other side there.
Can't get in that.
She's probably going to be right behind because they were together. They were at a...
Oh, don't say that. So
At the same meeting.
Should I clarify?
Yes.
At the same meeting.
What's his name, here?
Hi, how are you? All individuals are expected to observe respectful behavior and decorum during this public meeting. Anyone acting in a disruptive, disorderly, or threatening manner will be asked to leave, and may be precluded from participating in future opportunities for public comment. Please be courteous and respectful. Please turn off or mute all cell phones and pagers. Thank you.
Couple quick announcements before we move on. If you need, for the restroom, for those of you that can, just go out the door and up the side entrance, and the door is open, okay, and that's where the restrooms are at. And also, if you leave this room, if you go outside, it gets noisy out there, so please go all the way outside if you're going to go out and talk, because the council is not able to do business because it gets too loud. So, okay, that's it. Just some housekeeping.
Thanks, sir. Hi, Christine.
Waiting for Russia's name, and you're also waiting for Russia's.
Okay. Public comment. We have 4 people signed up. Carrie Westland.
Thank you, Mayor Shari and Council. My name is Carrie Westland. I'm employed as the President and CEO of Travel Lane County, which is a private corporation responsible for marketing Lane County as a visitor destination. I've been out before your council before, so some of you who've been on for a while probably know who I am and what our organization does. But I know that you've been talking about transient room tax at your last couple of meetings, and I just wanted to come out and share with you that we have a corporate model that's very similar to your local chamber. We're a membership organization. We work under an annual contract with Lane County. We receive a portion of the transient room tax, and then we have a report back mechanism with them. We appear before the Board of County Commissioners a couple of times a year to report back on our progress. We work with 10 chambers throughout Lane County, and you can be really proud of your chamber. You've done a really fine job. We've done a lot of work with your chamber and your city over the years around marketing Oakridge. And when we're out at annual conferences, the Governor's Conference on Tourism, or we're out in the marketplace, we hear very positive things about Oakridge, recognition of Oakridge. We've been feeling really good about the work around mountain biking. We think it's been a differentiator for your community. There are many, many communities in Oregon who can claim, and rightfully so, fantastic outdoor recreation. Pretty soon they all start to sound the same in the marketplace. And you have some pretty fabulous attributes here, and people have been hearing about them. So I don't want to take a lot of time. I just want you to know that Travel Lane County is happy to provide any assistance. If there are any questions that we can answer for you around transient room tax, if there's any work we can do with you as you make your decisions about allocations, we'd be just happy to be here to answer questions. I do have the next speaker is a member of my staff, and her name is Meg Trendler, and so she's here to fill you in a little bit more on the marketing side.
Thanks, Gary. You said, is there anything you can do to gain money?
Always looking for money. And you know, it hasn't been, it's been a long recession, but the indicators are starting to look better. I looked at your numbers over the last few years, and you've grown about 4% in terms of your overall hotel revenues and your room tax collections over these last 4 or 5 years, and that's pacing quite a bit ahead of some of the other rural communities. And so that was interesting, because even the metro area has only gained about 1%. So it's a bigger finite number. There are a lot more rooms, and those rooms charge a lot more, but you're doing fine in terms of the growth, and it's been a long, lean period of time.
Thank you, and thank you for the letter, by the way. It gave us some pretty good information we needed. And I think we'll listen to Meg.
Thank you. I want to present a slightly outside perspective, and I don't live here, I don't work here, but I truly love the Oakridge area. I'm the tourism sales manager for Travel Lane County, and it's my job to talk to tour operators, travel agents, and international media, and sometimes consumers, and tell them why they should come here, why they should come to Lane County, why they should come to Oregon, why they should come to Oakridge. And as Carrie said, there's a lot of rural communities that have hiking and fishing and snow sports and camping and hunting, but really it's the mountain biking that puts Oakridge on the map. And I'm always so proud to talk about Oakridge when I go out to areas and I'm at a consumer show. Just last weekend I was in Vancouver, BC for the Outdoor and Adventure Show. It's co-located with a bike show and a golf show. So these people are looking for ideas of where to spend their holidays and where to spend their vacations. When we would start to talk about mountain biking, I would say, well, do you know about, and I would start to point to the map, and they'd say, oh, we know about Oakridge. We go to Oakridge, we're coming back. Later on that first day, I had a gentleman come up to me and told me how excited he was that when he comes to Mountain Bike Oregon, and this will be his 3rd year, this is a highlight of his summer. This is what he does on his little bit of vacation that he has. This is what he's saving up for. So there I was in Vancouver, BC, and these people know about Oakridge. About 2 years ago, we had a Dutch journalist who came over from the Netherlands, and he was riding in Cycle, Oregon. And that was the year it went through Cottage Grove and then down onto the coast. And I was creating an itinerary for him when he was done for Cycle, Oregon, and he said, I have to go to Oakridge. I hear there's great trails there. And I said, all right, well, I can do this, but I'm thinking he spent 7 days on a bicycle. Maybe he wants to do some hiking or some kayaking or do something else. And he said, no, I have to ride the trails. So he spent 2 days here and rode trails with Norm Coyer and Randy Dryling and had the time of his life, went back to the Netherlands and wrote a really nice story about how wonderful the Oakridge area is and how warm and friendly Oregon is for mountain bikers and for cyclists in general. So I just want to let you know that it goes way beyond Lane County, it goes way beyond Oregon, that your brand for being mountain bike mecca has been told. The word is out, and I look forward to going out and working at consumer shows and trade shows, working with tour operators and media and telling them how great Oakridge is. So thank you.
Thank you, Meg. And thank you both for taking the time to come up and share that with us.
I'm always happy to come to Oakridge.
Thank you.
Get out of the fog.
Yeah. Get out of the fog. Ed Hayes, who's this, Ed Hodges? I know him. I think you're a little early in the, did you sign up this week?
Oh, I signed completely by accident. Thought it was the signage. But, I will make one comment. It's interesting listening to your two speakers. I'm involved a lot in outdoor sports up in the Portland area where I reside, and universally people talk about Oakridge for mountain biking up there in Portland. Across the board, I'm always running into people when I mention that I work down here in Oakridge. That's the constant theme of we'd like to go down there, we have to get down there. So I would agree that your brand for mountain biking is significant in areas outside of Wayne County.
Great, thanks, Ed. Don Kenyon.
I was just wondering if we could have an update on the secret millionaire money, the remainder of the funds, and what's going to be done with it.
I will punt that over to the city administrator, who will probably punt it to the finance director.
Susan, is that something we can give a short report on that when you come up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Finance director would say.
Yeah.
That was good. All righty. Mayor and council comments. Are there any mayor and council?
I'll go carry on with this comments about the bike. Have any of you ever been to MBO and just gone down and hung out for an hour or two and just talked to some of the people and hung out with some of them that are coming in for the weekend or for 4, 5, 6 days to spend money in our community? And just, it's an amazing thing. I've worked the last couple and volunteered and it's it's amazing that these people come from all over the country. I mean, they come from East Coast, they come from overseas just to come right here. Not to say that it's the only thing we need to have going here, but it is a huge draw, and it is a blast to go down, especially to watch the pixie race. But anyway.
Okay, thanks. And a spin-off of that is another entrepreneur started up this last year with the river rafting, so that's kind of a spin-off. Is there any other comment? Yeah.
I just want to remind everybody that the Miss OHS pageant is tomorrow evening, and I think it's good for us to go out and support our school system. Starts at 7 o'clock tomorrow night.
The high school.
The high school.
Auditorium?
Yeah.
Okay, great. 7:30, did you say?
7.
7. Anybody else? I see you starting to jerk your hand up there.
I got an email from a citizen feeling concerned about trash and the amount of trash that we have in Oakridge around. I think she's thinking more about like small items, not trailers or whatever. And if there was something that we could do about that, she was wondering if we could just put up signs with like fines, if that might be a deterrent. So I thought I would just put that out there that we have that concern.
Trash, I mean.
Trash,
private
litter.
Property, or litter
Yeah.
on the roads, or.
I mean, she volunteers and helps do cleanups, like road cleanups and stuff,
Oh.
and she just feels like it's just getting kind of overwhelming. So, I mean,
She'd
it's
volunteer to do ours.
maybe.
We actually have, the Legion has the 3 miles from the edge, the east edge of town, the west edge of town to Leduc Road, where it comes out. So we're responsible for that first 3 miles, the American Legion is. And east of town, I don't know if we have anybody. And through town, I don't know how that works, because it's highway, so I imagine the highway department is responsible for the highway portion. How does that work, Mr. City Administrator?
I'll have to find out how they
Okay.
handle
I don't know, it's never
through
come up.
town.
Stuff around people's private property, that's people's private property issue, I guess.
Excuse me, I'm pretty sure Way West and a group of women that are in a sorority together have done the highway stretch for years.
We did.
What, east of town?
No, through downtown.
Oh, through town.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good to know.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I would also like to note that Karen and West Hiller for years have been going out and picking up garbage.
We quit.
But
You're
you did it
retired.
for years, and I think that should be noted.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
So, Councilor Slade, so are we talking litter on the streets? Is that?
Anything else? Alrighty then. Additions, corrections, or adjustments to the agenda? Are there any?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe you stated that 6.6, you wanted to bring back the TRT discussion
Yes.
as an agenda item.
Thank you. Alrighty, is there anything else? Okay. Consent agenda? 5.1?
I think we need to clarify the minutes from last meeting about the TRT and RTMP.
Yeah.
It was page 2 of the minutes. I think what we meant to say was that the terms TRT and RTMP have been mixed up, but it's not clear. It sounds like the money may have been mixed up in the minutes. We just need to clarify that the money hasn't ever been mixed up.
So how
The
would you like to see that?
I thought it could just be like.
It has been mixed up, and until the last couple of months, I think the majority of this council and several councils prior to this council were confused by the terms either. Didn't know what I'm reading.
So,
I think there's been confusion both ways, actually.
that's fair, that's a fair statement.
I think we're
I'm
getting
just
more close to
concerned that the way we phrased it here, it sounds like we were actually doing the money wrong, but really we just had it labeled incorrectly.
That's right.
Correct.
So I just want to make sure that what our minutes reflect is that it was labeled incorrectly, not that the money was being moved incorrectly, and it's not clear in
So how would
the
you like to
paragraph.
see it?
Let's see, it says, it says there has been a lot of confusion as to what TRT is and RTMP. They have been intermixed and changed. I mean, it should say the terms have been intermixed and changed, and they are not the same thing at all.
Okay.
And then the next sentence says, the money that was going out to the chamber was labeled RTMP, and it should have been labeled TRT.
Okay.
Am I being too much of a stickler?
No,
Okay.
absolutely not.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
So with those changes, is there a motion?
No, I would say there's something else, the paragraph before, it's unclear. They are from the City of Albany policy and what?
Oh, yeah.
If you look at the paragraph, second paragraph under TRT, and it says, the second line, at the end of the second line, it says they are from the City of Albany policy and
Also,
And
that
Also
was
an
from
exhibit from a
the,
contract, and there is also an exhibit from a contract with the city of Houston.
well, that ties in with the sentence before the couple of examples, how I understand it.
policy and what?
Put a comma.
It's just a
Yeah,
finance
comma
policy.
instead of-
Policy.
Yeah, comma instead of a period, yeah.
It's gonna be a long time. No, you're correct.
And in saying that, I would make a motion that we go ahead and
Make those changes.
make those changes and approve the consent agenda.
I'll second it.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote.
Mayor Shorey,
Aye.
Councilor Baszler, Councilor Coe,
Aye.
Councilor Fortune,
Aye.
Councilor Clark,
Aye.
Councilor Biggerstaff, Councilor Slavin,
Aye.